We are having some technical problems. Okay. Hello, welcome. Hi. We are a little bit late. Sorry about that. My name is Max Manganello. Welcome to a quick chat with Max. Today we got a special guest. As you can see, the name here, Suzanne. Suzanne, I'm sure you saw some posts on social, on Facebook, on Twitter, on TikTok. Even TikTok I use today. So for Susie, I do these things. And if you're watching me through Facebook, thank you very much. Click the like button here. And if you're watching us through YouTube, thank you very much. Why not? Click the subscribe button here in the corner so you will receive some alerts from me. I do lots of live chat in Italian as well. If you want to improve your Italian, why not? Follow me. And when I do also more live chat in English as well. And I upload sometimes videos about TV shows, movies, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, click it and we'll see what's going on. Okay, let's see if Susie is with us. Let's see. I call her now. The software is so slow. Susie!
Hello. Hi.
Ciao, Bella. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm going to apologize now to anybody who is Italian, who is listening. Can't hear me? Can you hear me? Can't hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
You can hear me.
Yeah.
I'm
Absolutely.
going to apologize now to anyone who is Italian in case I try and speak with an Italian accent to Max, and it's really bad. I'm just going to apologize now.
Don't worry. You don't. So Susanne Cox still is for me, Vogue in Gladiator.
Always.
So I'm sure someone always Vogue in Gladiator. And
And
I know you through the bedside, your husband. I know you through your husband. I'm afraid.
Look, here he is.
Oh my God.
Here he is.
Oh, Marky boy. Yeah, me and Mark Roberts. We had a little commercial in Lapland a long time ago. And then I met you. And
I know, how amazing was that? That commercial was, we were talking about it today, actually. I was just saying to Mark about it. I was like, that was incredible what you had to do.
Actually, I got a photo. That is a photo on the wall here. You got the photo as well.
Yeah, playing tennis on ice in the middle of nowhere, basically.
Just in Holland. But we had a fantastic time. And then I met you, Susie. That guy is the
ultimate excitement.
Susie. I don't know if you know about the little format of a quick chat with Max. Okay. So my guest is not a victim. He's not a victim at all, actually. It will be a friendly chat between me and you, which we haven't seen each other, I don't know how many years.
Ages. Too long.
Too long indeed. And during our chat, I threw at you some photos, which I took from your social network.
Okay.
Instagram, which you will remind me later all your addresses, because you go for a few accounts. You can remind me that. And also, not only social, I went somewhere else to find some material.
The dark web.
Dark web for Susanne Cox. Absolutely. So first of all, I want to ask you, how are you, first of all?
I'm very good. Okay? I'm all right. I'm dealing, I think, with this whole lockdown. So I've got in a bit of a routine with it now, I think. Everybody's sort of embracing the slower pace of life, and the kids I'm really lucky that the children we've got so far, not having any more, so that's it, are at a good age. They're 12 and 14, so they are quite happy to self-isolate and actually not engage with us at all. They're not
growing
old that they want to be out, hanging out with their friends too much. They can. They're really lucky. They can do everything on screens now. So their whole social life is on a screen anyway, pretty much. So either it's Xbox or just chatting with their friends on whatever.
Absolutely. Oh, that's good. Good to know you are okay. That's brilliant. So let's see what I found. Usually I start from the beginning. Beginning. And now I bet if you can recognize.
Oh my God!
Where are you? I know where you are. I
Oh,
know where you are,
I'm on
but
the
it
chair.
was a chat. Thank God you were tagged. Thank God you were tagged in this picture,
What?
because
Couldn't
I was thinking,
recognize
where is she? Where is she?
fabulous outfits from the
Oh
70s.
yeah,
Bottom
you
right
are
on the chair.
eggs. Eggs. Let me see if I can put a little circle on you. Here we go.
That's me. That's me. That is my
Why?
Yeah, I was about
Why the rest
5.
of your colleagues, your students, your pupils, friends, they have one uniform and you got a zebra uniform?
Well,
What was that? You were special already?
very special. What about in the middle wearing white? I think we could wear dark blue, navy blue, or white. I don't think there was a particular uniform. We seem to have a uniform, but the girls, I think, could wear whatever we want. I don't know. God, I was only about 5 or 6. Who knows? You know,
You were
my
cute.
mum.
Look at it. Oh, you're cute.
It's
See,
so
already special.
cute.
Already special.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
And I find another one,
My God.
little bit older, but not too.
Yeah. That is I was probably about 13, maybe. I think I was in Germany on a German exchange in school. The girl behind me is year above school, and I'm still in contact with her, Charlotte. And look at the 80s hair, though. I mean, look at that fabulous flick fringe mullet thing.
Oh yeah.
Whatever.
But during this conversation, I will have some photos with nice hair. They are beautiful. I like it. I like a lot.
I like to have all that hair again. I don't have as much hair now. Do we, Max?
God, look at this. Can you say I'm blonde?
Well,
Susie, I'm blonde.
Ginger, slightly ginger the other day when I saw a photo of you.
Yeah, the wife, Elizabeth, is bored, and she dyed my hair 3 times. So 3 times, and now I should be platinum, and I'm ginger. I got 3 hair.
Strawberry blonde. Mark would call that strawberry blonde, like himself. His hair used to be really red, and now it's not red, like dark red, and now it's brown. It's faded.
Oh, he's losing the ginger. Oh, sweet. Let's see. Oh, they're starting to come. Guys, if you want to ask something to our Vogue girl, SUZANNE Cox, you can just type your message. If you're on Facebook, just type the messages below here, and it will arrive to me. If you are on YouTube, just type on Susie's side there. There is a chat section. No, the other side. Yeah, there. Type it, and we can put it. I got already the first hi, Beth Evans from Wales.
Hi, Beth.
Hello, Beth. Ciao. Thank you for watching. And now, let's see. Now, at that age, when you were 13, sports was already involved in your life? Oh.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, sports started very early. So I was about 3, I think, when my mum sent me to swimming lessons, which was really radical back then because you didn't do all this sort of baby swim lessons. It just wasn't around. But mainly because I wouldn't sleep. That's what she said. So I wouldn't sleep. So she needed to wear me out. So I would sleep. So that's how it started. So swimming very early, and then I did gymnastics from 6. So I was probably at the peak of my sport, school age sort of sport, and gymnastics probably about 13, 14. So yeah, massively busy, and doing ballet.
Yeah, because you did quite well, Susie.
What in
ballet?
Oh, but ballet I did 3 times a week. Alongside the gymnastics. So they sort of went together really, but busy. Yeah, I mean, I was very lucky where I lived. The school I went to was very local, so I could get to all these things, so that makes a big difference sort of for logistics and time. And also my parents were really good at, driving me and my brother around to wherever we needed to go to do whatever we needed to do. So, I think you need a support network to be able to do stuff like that. It's quite hard to do if you don't. So gymnastics, I stopped gymnastics when I was about 15.
Yeah, because you were great when you were young, but you are great even now, Susie. But I'm reading your life through Wikipedia.
Oh my God.
So I went to Wikipedia and I found your page.
Go on then.
And tells me your date of birth is precisely that. Very nasty. then they shouldn't do that.
Probably in fact they have.
But you are 25 years old now, so it's perfect. It says about athletics as well. That was a secret. You didn't tell me. You were quite.
Well, school stuff, school athletics. So not, anything major, but yeah, school sprinting and it's 100 meters, long jump, shot put. So I think sort of power sprinting events were my thing. So when I met Mark, who is a decathlete and was doing track stuff, proper track stuff, actual proper training, we used to go to the track together. And I had no idea what I was doing. I could run fast and I could do stuff from my gymnastics and all the other sports, but I've never been formally trained in athletics other than at school, where they don't really, just general stuff. So, that was a bit of an eye-opener and a bit of shock to actually train properly. Look at that. That is hilarious.
That's good. And then we are getting closer to the one bit of your life, very, very important, the aerobics.
Well, this is actually after the aerobics, to be honest. It's this one was my very first shoot for LWT outside of the London Television Centre when they named us as gladiators, the new gladiators coming in. But yeah, so I was probably, I was 22, 23 then, I think. So just before that was all the sports aerobics stuff, the championship aerobics stuff.
Because before that, you reached, I can see your palmarès, we say in Italian. So you did UK champion in 1991, in 1992, in 1993, and 1994.
I know, it's just showing off.
You're showing off indeed, Susie. And then you also competed in international level.
Yep.
So you did, becoming European champion in 1993.
Yes, in Birmingham. Yes, that was pretty special. It was like it's one of those sports aerobics. It was called championship aerobics back then, but now it's called sports aerobics. So it's linked. Has slightly more credibility than when we were doing it because it's linked with the Gymnastics Federation. So it's it's different. Everything evolves and moves on, in sport. So when we were doing it, it's quite amateur, sort of set up, but obviously they still had Reebok sponsored us as sponsored athletes. So we were then traveling all over the world and into Europe doing Europeans or World Championships. So I went to Las Vegas for the World Championships twice. And the one in between was in New Orleans. So we did 3 World Championships as well. So the last we were ranked, so I was in a team. So it was always 3 of us, 2 of us consistent, and the third member was different people because it's quite a lot of commitment, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of training. So the last competition we did at the Worlds, we came 7th, which I think is pretty spectacular. Considering it's a very unknown sport in this country and you're competing against people who are doing it properly sponsored full time. I mean, the Brazilians, Australians, it was literally like a full-time job for them to train. So it's like being an amateur athlete competing against, professionals. Pretty well, I think. But then, I was asked to be a gladiator before I went to my first World Championships. Yes, I was about to say the same thing, Anne-Marie. Nice tan. I think he's been in the sun a little bit.
What was this, Anne-Marie and Suzanne, is the wife. I'm outside the house all the time. Today, today's not great weather.
Are you painting the house?
God, today I was out. Honestly, my hair is still wet. It is still, my hair is. Digging, I create a flower bed. Yesterday I was out doing something with the fans.
Is she trying to do something? She's trying to say something. Please stay outside all day. You're like a dog. You stay outside.
I think I read between the lines.
You come in, meals.
Exactly. So, let's see. And now, Susie, you are Vogue. I should have a photo now.
No,
I don't know if you got it. My system is low. Here we go. That is the beautiful photo. Nice. And I got another one.
Oh, yes.
Here we go.
So we were the 4 new ones then?
No.
So that was
exactly. I didn't know she was a gladiator as well.
Yes,
I forgot the name now. The swimmer.
Season, yeah, Sharon Davis. Yeah. So for one season, she was. And then the other two guys, we were the 4 newbies that year. Basically, they changed the team. They realized, you know, the bodybuilders were brilliant and they were great, but it was a lot of, you needed people with slightly more, maybe a sporting background that could deal with all the crashing about. You know, and Sharon was brilliant, but she did find it tricky because obviously, you know, she's not used to getting the impacts out of water. You know, she's an amazing athlete, amazing swimmer, but it's very different throwing yourself around and being, you know, and actually having injury on injury, you know, minor. I was really lucky. I think gymnastics is probably the perfect, you know, nearest thing to doing gladiators, because you're used to being up high and throwing yourself around and doing lots of different movement patterns and landing with impact and being aware in the air of where you should be when you land. So we were slightly at an advantage, I suppose, in games. I mean, not all the games. I mean, I was quite short. You know, I'm 5'6" if I stand really tall. Whereas, you know, a lot of the other girls and guys were taller. You know, a lot of the contestants were taller. So, you know,
how many years you've been involved with the gladiators?
Pardon? How long?
How long?
I did it for 5 series. So there was 5 main series, and then we did an extra sort of gladiator versus gladiator. That's an Australian male gladiator in the middle there, in that photo. He's called Taipan. I was quite jealous of his hair, actually. His hair is actually probably it's much shinier. So yeah, so international series as well. So it wasn't just in the UK. So my very first filming was in Australia. So back when I first started, they did live shows. So we'd do a live show. I think we did them in Sheffield and in London, at Wembley. And so it was like an audience came in and did it almost like a practice show, really. You know how they do now in Strictly? They go out and they do a tour. They do a live event. I suppose it opens up to a lot more people. But the problem with that was, you know, the whole series for Gladiators was filmed in the summer holidays, so during August. So because it's TV, it's TV audience, so they don't have to pay to come in. Whereas the live shows, obviously, they were charging for tickets because it wasn't televised; it was just live. So, you know, people are like, well, I'm going to spend £25, whatever it was, for a ticket when I can go watch it for free. So, so I did live shows, and then we went to Australia and filmed out there before I then came back and filmed my first series in Birmingham. That was probably the most recent thing I've done with any of the other glads, but that was probably, again, about a year and a half ago, maybe more. So it was on the last leg. So they got myself, Jet, Hunter, and that's 8, actually. On the lifted above Hunter's head. That was really good. Actually, Jet and I knew each other. She competed in competitive aerobics as well. So I knew her before she then became Jet, Diane, and then obviously on the show together. And then hadn't actually seen each other until we did that last leg show. We probably, because she left through injury, we hadn't seen each other for we worked out about 20 years.
Gosh.
Which, madness. So we were literally passing each other, met at the studio and just went, hello. It was like, you know, it was like 20 minutes.
Exactly. And during Gladiator, sorry, I interrupt you now. During Gladiator, you met the love of your life.
Who's that?
Is it correct?
What, this one?
Okay. Well, it's a big word, but yeah, exactly.
That's
a good bump when I see that.
Intuition. Yes, I do. I know. Do you know what? Tomorrow, this is big news. Tomorrow, we will have been married 18
years. And I was there.
You were there, Maxie.
I was.
18
years already, Susie. 18 years already.
I saw you. No.
You know, I still got your invitation. The London Zoo, because I came for the evening, I came. And I still got your invitation for the London Zoo in London. And by 18 years, it seems incredible. Oh,
we've been together for 23, nearly. So with 5 years to think about it, make sure. But yeah, tomorrow's our 18th.
Oh, congratulations.
Right.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
lovely.
Mark and I met on the show, which was unexpected, but quite funny. Yeah, it's weird actually, because now when I meet different people, and most people as couples go, "Oh, how did you meet?" and da 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 da. And if people don't know how we met and read it or whatever, then suddenly they go, "Oh my god, I never knew that. I never knew that." I mean, someone today actually put up a photo of London Zoo, and I went, "Oh, we got married there." She went, "What? I never knew that." And I've known this person for like 15 years. Probably met them just after we got married.
Exactly. Oh gosh. And then, and I got a photo of all of you guys now. Here we got the Roberts family. Oh.
Children look tiny.
A few years ago.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Yeah, a few years ago.
Left around. He's I think we'd only just got him. We'd maybe had him about 6 months or so. And that's how old.
You're talking about the dogs because you broke up a little bit. You're talking about the dogs.
The big dog on the floor, the big white one standing up. He's now he's 6. So yeah, that's probably about 4 years ago, maybe more. Yeah.
Probably is that. I got another lovely photo of you and your daughter few years ago. Yeah, because your daughter and you very similar. I'm sure they're very similar in character, very similar in everything, because I can see this picture. Look at you.
Oh my god! Can I just tell you, she's about 1 centimeter shorter than me now. That shows how long ago that was.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she's literally,
Yeah.
Both
your kids are very sporty as well. They should be, because Mark and you.
Yeah, but you know what?
Very, very good.
When we first thinking about having kids, or I got pregnant, we were like, what if they don't like sport? What are we going to do? What if they just sit inside and read or do something inactive? Which obviously we like them to read, we like encouraging, but and luckily they aren't like that, because I don't think we'd know what to do with them particularly. There is that nature nurture thing. We're always out and doing stuff, and there's a lot of trainers, a lot of lycra in our house. But that's just general lifestyle. Mark, because of his business and his work. But I think even if he would never work in an office, but even if he had a more normal job, he would still be into sport and activity and stuff. So. The kids are, they love it. They do love it. And actually being on this lockdown whole thing, Mark's working from home now and training clients in the garden, via Facebook, FaceTime. We all have our own little training schedules, and everybody does. They have games lessons, part of their school, so they come out and they do sprint sessions, or they do boxing, or they do, it's about half of Mark's gym in our garden, which is brilliant. So we've got all the toys here. So there's no excuse for Vittorio. I don't know what you're saying.
Vittorio, which is my father, say Suzanne sempre carina. Suzanne always beautiful.
Oh, hello, Vittorio. I haven't seen
you met him. You met him in
probably again 20 years ago. When did we come to do that? Well, Mark did it.
You met him because I got a photo.
That's me.
I got a photo of you.
Oh my god.
That's you.
No.
That is a personal photo, actually. It's my photo.
From the
I took a photo. Yeah, for my personal pleasure. So that is you skiing Gressonei.
Yeah, Gressonei. That was brilliant. That was lovely. And lovely to have proper Italian food cooked by your mom and meet all your friends. And Mark learned swear words in Italian, which he still knows, thanks to you.
I know.
It's a proud.
We don't say those words, but yeah,
no.
He's very gifted. He learned very quickly. So that's very, very good.
He still uses.
He still uses my Italian words.
Yeah, he still uses that.
I left something.
Always.
Oh, sweet.
No, I'm not going to.
I'll go one more photo. I'll go a few more photos. But
go for it.
Sorry.
Go for it. I'm going to put my glasses on. I can't see otherwise.
I put this photo on because your daughter, her expression is amazing. They were probably in London. You were watching some athletics at the Olympics, but look at your daughter's face.
Very excited.
Look at that.
Yay.
How happy she is.
Yeah, yeah, that was brilliant.
Your son, less. Yeah.
Well,
she's ecstatic. Your son.
She's very excited about everything, to be fair, mostly. From
look at that. Fling is like, yeah, right, okay.
Yeah.
But Amber, she's all over the place.
No, they've got the, I think, the best and the worst of both of us. So Amber, both of them look.
Sorry, I lost you.
Okay. I think they look well. I think both of them have my darker skin and hair, but they have lots of Mark's personality traits too, which you would recognise if you met them. Definitely.
I can imagine. Yeah, actually, no. And let me think. I think I saw your children only on a video chat, but live, face to face,
never met them.
Never.
Well,
yeah, maybe Amber when she was like a tiny girl, probably when she was a baby.
Yeah, you're always in London. You meet up with Mark generally when he was at the gym. If you were in London,
yeah,
so they're at school, so it's very difficult.
Exactly. Mark, we can say to the people watching, Mark, your husband, has a nice gym in Park Lane.
Yeah, it's obviously closed at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, but it's on Curzon Street in Mayfair. So he runs a personal training and sports therapy coaching facility there.
Exactly. What's his company name? Is there a name? School? I forgot his name. The company?
Space.
Again?
Personal Space. Personal. Yeah, personal.
You can find it on Google, personal space, and go. Talking about internet and stuff like that, I got more photos, but probably I'll through it a little bit later. But tell me about these things.
Okay.
I saw Lycraholic. Tell me.
So Lycraholic is my personal Instagram tag or name, whatever it's called. Basically that came about through a friend of mine who took me shopping. She was setting up her own blog about fashion and styling, and she took me to do a little shopping thing with her because I'm always primarily 99.9% wearing some Lycra. And she took me shopping and said, right, we're going to get stuff that's not Lycra. You have to wear something different. And I hate it. I was literally like dragging, it was like taking a teenager, that hated shopping. I was like, God, try stuff on. It's really boring. Lycra, you just go, yeah, that'll fit. Thanks very much. Especially with leggings. Anyway, so that's how it came up. So she wrote the whole blog saying, my name's Susie and I am a Lycraholic. So that stuck. So that's my personal one, which I've literally just started to do more on and engage with and work on. Before it's just all been a bit random. So that's going to hopefully build a brand that's based around what I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks, months. And then the Vogue and the Viking is something that came about with Anna, who is the Viking part of Vogue and the Viking. Anna used to work at Mark's gym in Mayfair as a PT, and then moved away with her husband, had kids, blah, 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 and then has come back to London, and we sort of connected and chatted and came up. And she kept, we went for a bike ride basically in Richmond Park, and she kept calling me Vogue the whole time. I was like, Anna, what are you doing? I'm a Vogue. Stop! Really silly. Anyway, so I was like, right, I'm going to come up with a name for you. I was like, she's really tall, really blonde, Swedish. And I was like, well, Ice Queen, Ice Maiden. I was coming up with all these random names. I was like, right, Viking. You're a Viking. So, historically, not really. I was like, yeah, Viking. So Vogue and the Viking went together. And then we created our own sort of brand about women, primarily, but anyone, putting on their brave pants and going out and doing stuff that they've always wanted to do, whether they've wanted to dye their hair pink or try skydiving or, set up their own channel to interview people or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
That's when I'm going to do it. People say, I couldn't do that because, I'm like, well, why not? Just try it. It might be the best thing. It might be the worst thing. You don't know until you try. So we have a podcast which we interview theoretically have interviewed. Lots of amazing women so far who have either changed careers or done something out of their normal sort of character, or later on in life have gone and done something or set something up that's just amazing. It doesn't have to be incredibly amazing. It could be like they've just gone, actually, do you know what? I'm just going to do this. But they all have a really great, interesting story behind it all. So, and it's always a bit fun. So it's a light-hearted chat about important stuff. That's how we sort of tag it.
Brilliant. Where do you find this podcast? On iTunes, on SoundCloud, or all these platforms?
Spotify, all main podcast outlets, shall we say. So yeah, it's called Brave Pants with Vogue and the Viking. So we would record, we like to record them with people in person, in the black line, talking to them in person. But obviously that's stopped now. So we are, once everything calms down a little bit. Anna has much younger children, so homeschooling is quite full on. So challenging. And record with people is tricky. So at the moment we are doing, so we did the live just to reconnect and chat and just say to people, look, we're still here. We're still doing the same sort of stuff, but we will come back and have the guests back on properly and do it properly.
Brilliant. Before I let you go, I found, honestly, I prepared these pictures yesterday, but before going live, I have to put this one in. The DVDs, you made, I don't know how many DVDs about aerobics and kickboxing and boxing aerobic. So I've got this one, box aerobic, inch loss combat. How many DVDs did you make?
Let me tell you a funny story. A gazillion years ago, so when I first did Gladiators, that's when I got approached to do a fitness, and it wasn't a DVD then because it was so long ago. It was VHS
tape.
So
VHS. You're right.
40, no idea what that is. So a videotape. So my first ones came out on videotape, and then I think there was one. I think I did about 5. So one of them came out. I think I did 2 on VHS, and then the third one, So they've redone that one on the aerobic dance one. The detox plan was the last one. That was all a bit boring. Don't buy that one. It's rubbish.
Okay.
But buy the other one. Well, it's just, the other ones are a bit more interesting and actually have proper workouts on them. And then one of them came out, it was called Firm It Up. And it was come out on DVD. And obviously in the shops, like HMV and WH Smith's and all these shops where you had to actually go into a shop and buy something back then, folks, they didn't know where to put it because it wasn't a VHS and they'd not had a fitness DVD before. They had DVD films, but not fitness, so they didn't really know where to put it in the stores. So they ended up putting it in the slightly alternative area of the shop. And with the title Firm It Up, was slightly misleading, I think, for certain people, maybe possibly buying certain DVDs at that time.
Exactly.
So that was a friend of Mark's, actually, James Willis, who was obviously in the wrong area of the shop, perusing DVDs. And I was just like, well, they're going to be really disappointed if they buy that. So yes, I did.
I'm sure.
The 2 that you showed first, I did after each one. After I had, sirens going off. After I had each of the children. So one of them was after I had Amber, and then the other one was after I had Finn. To sort of say, look, it's not easy for me either. I still have to get up every morning and work out. Oh. Look at the size I was, and this is what I've done to improve myself. That's good.
Exactly. Are you still keeping fit? Because I got some photo. One more photo for you. You training even now, but I can see you training a little bit.
That again,
So this is the full training.
But yes, I am. I go through phases of training a lot, and then not as much due to either I've had sort of on-off back injuries and various things going on. So yes, actually, the lockdown period now has been probably done the most training I've done probably in about 2-3 years. I exercise regularly. That's different to me. Yeah. Exercise and training is very different. So I exercise regularly and active, but proper training. It has, so I'm now obviously living at home with Mark. We are. No, he's brilliant. It's good. It's first time. Literally, we have been married, as I said, nearly for 18 years, and we have not trained together. We trained together twice in the garden, and he set me programs to do, which is great, and I just get on with it. So he's my coach.
Hey, no. It's a fantastic coach.
Great.
Actually, he sent me a few tips a few months ago. He sent me some what to do, not to. Because my idea was to write a book, Susie.
Okay.
I want to write a book for over 40s. Okay. And I said, come on, Marky, let me know, because I'm over 40. Unbelievable. I know, Susie, I know. But I said, let's do something. And he helped me out. Of course, I didn't write the book, but the exercises were great. So,
50. Mark is 50.
Mark is 50. Let's put on the graphic now. Mark is 50.
It's in the other room, probably. Yeah, he's 50.
I believe it's very good 50. And we are very good 48.
You, yeah. Well, you are.
Come, you are 20.
I don't know about you.
So, I'm shocking. My fitness is shocking. I'll tell you one thing, and then I'll let you go.
Whatever.
That wasn't a few years ago, but 2 years ago. No. Was the period usually May, June during my business when I work. It's starting to be stressful, very. And so it was May, and 4 o'clock in the morning, I woke up. Because I was thinking, I had to organize some excursions for my students. So what do I do? What do I do to relax? I go for a jog. I go for a run. I can feel it. I didn't do any exercising during that time. I go for a jog. Yeah, I go for a run. Shorts on, like Rocky. I came out from the house like a missile. And I don't know how. There is, just outside my house, there is a bus stop. I don't know how. There were people waiting for a bus. I don't know. I didn't know there were some buses so early. Anyway, I ran. I passed the bus stop. Said morning. Suzanne, a cramp on my left leg and a terrible pain in my stomach. So I was like, I had to stop. But I can't stop. They saw me coming out from my house. These guys. So I did 300 meters. I know I was in agony. The first road on the right, I just threw myself on the road. I had to spy until the back. That is my fitness, Susie.
It's not good. That is the problem with the lockdown thing. There's been lots of people suddenly have lots of time or impetus to go and start exercising when they haven't done anything for such a long time. So, the injuries and craziness that goes on. And it's like, it's like women, I know lots of women who, when they got pregnant, suddenly start exercising like crazy. You're like, well, did you do it before? No. Well, why are you doing it now? Yes, be active. Yes, exercise, but build it up. Don't just suddenly go mad just because you're pregnant.
No, exactly. But that's my mistake as well, because I did the insanity course. Yeah, I said the course. I did the introduction and I threw up. So, and I left it. So,
how was your skiing though, Max? How's your skiing?
Skiing is good. Exactly. You use different muscles. The same thing. We found this difference between me and Mark when you were there as well. We did remember we did the off-piste competition.
Yeah.
With Graham Bell as well.
Who I competed against in Gladiators.
Exactly, you did.
Got the wall.
And when we were skiing, I was fitter than Mark in some moments, because I was using some muscles that I was using the muscles all my life. And Mark didn't use those muscles. So sometimes.
Yeah. Exactly. It's can't even say the word, specific to what you get. But also, you're probably more relaxed skier, whereas he's a bit more like,
exactly. No, exactly. But
they ski. Our kids ski and love skiing. I would always be probably the slowest, safest person in the ski area of our house. But
let's put it again.
Yeah. I'm a very safe.
But you look good. That's the most important thing.
Whereas the kids like Amber actually is brilliant. She's fearless. She goes to all the jump parks and loves it. Flynn prefers his downhill mountain biking in the mountains. So in the summer. Doing so where we got.
You go quite often to France. We have a place in France.
Very it's in Morzine. So yeah. So the kids turn all the ski routes into downhill mountain bike in the summer. So Flynn loves that. loves it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful.
Full helmet, the armor, the lock, everything's on. They just fly down. So yeah, we're missing that. We're missing that this year, I have to say. First world problem,
Fingers crossed.
but summer, still don't think we'll make it out there.
No, I doubt it. But hey, who cares?
Yeah.
We are getting there. Susie, that was sweet. Thank you very much for your you've been great. You stayed at the.
I forgot all the photos.
I lost you.
All the people have tagged me with those photos. I said it's nice to see all the old photos. It's cool.
Yeah.
Very
exactly. Some photos are not even yours. Exactly. They tagged you, but they were on your profile, so I dropped it. So that was good. So apart from so let's remind your accounts, if they've got some followers, is Lycraholic.
Yes.
That's your own account.
Yep.
Instagram account.
Yep.
And Vogue and the Viking is the new thing where you do also podcasts and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, we do podcasts about putting on your brave pants and going and doing stuff. And then on my personal one, I'm just about to be launching some other cool stuff. I'm just working with some brand people now and getting some new exciting stuff hopefully happening, which will be good. But it was due to be an event, but that will have to be probably in about a year's time. But there'll be lots of little stuff building up to that'll be happening over the next year or so. So watch the space.
Exactly. Watch this space. Brilliant. Susie, thank you very much. I'm trying to remove a few graphics, but my system doesn't let me. Okay, voila. Susie, give a big kiss to your kids and just punch Marky Boy from me. God, it always scares the hell out of me. Now say punch him. I love him to bits. And I love you. Susie, thank you very much. Hope to see you soon. One day. Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's
come to Wales.
Cool.
The sound was coming. Have a lovely Sunday.
Thank you.
Ciao, Susie.
Ciao.
Ciao, Bella.
Ciao.
Ciao, Bella. Oh, Susie Cox, our Vogue from Gladiator. Great girl. She played with me. It's good. The photos were funny. And she staged. Great sport. Okay, guys. Thank you very much for watching. So if you're watching on Facebook, thank you. Click the like buttons. If you're watching me through YouTube, click the subscribe button so you will receive some alert from me. There is a little version of an Italian version of A Quick Chat with Max. It's called Quattro Chiacchiere con Max. The last episode will be on the 13th of May, so this Wednesday, with Calogero Urruso. He's a journalist, he's very funny, he speaks good English as well. So join us at 5 o'clock UK time, 6 o'clock Italian time. Thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely Sunday and stay at home. Ciao.